Bitchcraft. I am liking this modern take on a witch. Piece is full of very interesting relationships. Character development was definitely at a high level in this. You really got to see a woman who's embracing her womanhood and, her sexuality while at the same time dealing with flawed views from her partner within her relationship. I was really rooting for this character throughout this entire piece. I really enjoyed it when she was able to step into her power. And when we got to the ending, we saw her use her power to turn into a cat. It really made all the cat foreshadowing really worth it, because now I'm thinking about every cat we saw throughout this whole entire piece. Are these all past lovers? And I just thought that was a really, really interesting point of view.
Bitchcraft. I thought this was really fun. It's one of those things of like, you never really know what's going on in somebody else's house or with somebody else. Even if you are have the, seeing them or dating them or have whatever limited interaction you have with them, until you truly, have a deeper connection and friendship and understanding with someone, you really don't know what's going on. And you can, make all the kind of assumptions you want, but at the end of the day, like, you don't really know. And I think that this was such a fun way to kind of highlight you should be careful of how you treat people, how you talk to people. Like, yes, like I think that the phrase like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is such a dumb phrase. I think that words are important. I think they hold power, and I think they should hold power. I think that what you say and how you behave and how you talk to people should be important, and it shouldn't be something that like gets kind of blown off or gets explained away or whatever else, because at the end of the day, like, it hurts just in a different way. And I think that the twist at the end was so great of just another cat for her collection. I thought that was such, I did not see that coming, and I thought it was so perfect. But again, it's like, how you treat other people has an impact, and it's oftentimes not an impact you're necessarily aware of, but that doesn't mean that the impact is any less. So I really enjoyed this. I thought this was great. Like I said, you never really know who you live next to or what they've got going on, so you should probably just treat everybody with kindness so you don't get turned into a cat, I guess.
This was a great short film. For starters, the writing was fantastic, and I think it all sort of hinges on that. Really well written. The performances were strong. It was a great concept, and it was executed really well. The Just the way it all unfolded and kind of kept you wondering in a way. There was a good sort of build up there, um, and it does pay off for sure. Just a great ending to it, and also visually, I feel like the filmmakers just had a real keen sense for creating a almost sort of picture perfect frame. There was every frame, every scene at least felt like it was really thoughtfully crafted as far as light and colors and patterns. Just off the top of my head, thinking of when they're sitting there in the kitchen, it's really a closed off kind of scene, or it could feel that way, but they managed to sort of just fill it up with visual interest and without detracting from the conversation or anything. Just the patterns on the wall and the bowls of fruit, it felt really artfully crafted, but didn't come off as terribly staged either. I think it was a great balance between those things, which again, on top of really what was a solidly written film and directed, all the elements came together and just made this one really stand out.
This film, Bitchcraft, has a really great twist at the end. It's about this girl who is sleeping with a guy that's really rude to her and shames her and doesn't treat her well. So she gives him a potion, which she made. And at first, I thought she was going to make him obsessed with her, but instead, in the end, she turns him into one of her cats, which I love. Also, implying that all of her cats are likely ex partners of hers that she used witchcraft on. So cool. I also thought it was really clever and such a great way to end the film. I thought they made a really solid storyline and film, and just it was the perfect length. And I really loved the colors and lighting that they used.